evening, everyone.
Good evening, Mr. Isaac.
Thank you for everything, sir. Yeah. Well, I want to say the the pre-recorded session, the presentation was okay, and it was simplified.
Okay.
And for me, it looks easy. It's friendly. So in it, the issue of t-test was treated, and the analysis of variance, talking about the one way and
Analysis
the
and the
two-way.
two-way analysis. Okay.
So so I just believe that once I am able to practice it more, I will get it better. So, and I am happy getting those definitions, that DF, degree of freedom,
Okay.
all those. I used to see them very well.
Okay.
So I, I still have a copy of my undergraduate project at home. So I have the mind of looking it and looking at what they collected money for from me that time. So to
That's interesting. Okay, who else wants to share their experience? Just one more person, then we'll just move on. In in 5 seconds. Okay, so I want to assume that a lot of us are yet to go and to see the video. There will be an assignment on that too. There will be an assignment on that. I'm going to drop it. The assignment is not going to be difficult. We still use the data we use for the last assignment. So what I am going to include now is the achievement score for the first and second test we did, the the basic analysis and advanced analysis. So the achievement score, I'll send it to Ross. We are going to um, just copy and paste it in the data sheet. Then we'll be able to use it to carry out some of the hypothesis test. I'll just set some question for us, and we're going to do. It's going to be very simple with the video. I will not set outside the video that we have done. And like I've always said, the journey is really far, but now that you have started, it will go a long way to help you. So let's keep on researching, let's keep on looking out for so many other things that we need to learn. As time goes on, you just have to learn what will be useful for you at that point in time. This foundation that you have gotten is going to go a long way to help you learn any other thing you need to learn. That's the most important fact, that you have gotten this foundation. So you have it's like a springboard that can take you to any length based on the amount of force you apply to it. If you apply a greater force, it will push you to a higher level. If you apply small force, it will push you to a smaller level. Welcome, Mr. Jeff. I know you understand what I'm saying now as a physicists. So the more you apply the force on on this training, then you are liable to go to a very higher stage. Mr. Simon, I know you too, you understand this concept very well. So please, let's take this as the foundational class, which will serve as a springboard that will take us to any length we want to go to, depending on the amount of force we are applying in the situation concerned. So today we want to just quickly go into we want to introduce ourselves to Excel. It's not going to be difficult for us because we already understand spreadsheets. So it's really going to be very, very easy for us. Meanwhile, I want to say welcome to Mr. Solomon. Thank you for joining us tonight. So Mr. Solomon is, I introduced him to us one of our previous classes. So you'll be taking us a course, one of the courses in this Excel. You'll be taking us on graphs and dashboard. You will not want to miss that session because that is the hallmark of data analysis, in the sense that yes, you can know analysis, you can be very good, you can be very sound, but if you are not graphical enough in expressing your soundness, you may not have the platform to express how sound you are, because it is what they see that will make them to call you that, oh, we saw this thing, come and explain it to us. But if they did not see it, they won't call you. So please, you don't want to miss that session on graphs um and dashboard. Even though I will still mention little thing about graph, but he will be the one that will do justice to that aspect. He's very experienced and vast in that area. So let's be on the lookout for that session. So quick one, my plan with this training is, I don't just want to be reading notes to us. I don't just want to be giving us PowerPoint and things like that. I want us to be doing it practically. And you will agree with me, since we started, that is what I've been able to, that's what I've been trying to do. Not just telling us like, this is how you did. No, I have been as much as possible showing us how to do it. And tonight, I want to also follow that pattern. I don't just want to be reading out the notes we have. No, I don't want to be reading out the notes we have. So instead of reading out the notes we have, what I'm doing now is I'll just open my Excel straight away. And from there, we'll start explaining, dissecting each part of Excel. Like I said, it will be very easy for you because you're already exposed to um, spreadsheet, and a lot of us are already used to Excel. A lot of us are already used to it, maybe for basic things. But tonight we'll see that there is more to it. There is much more to it. So let's get ready to have a solid understanding of it. So I'll just be introducing us to the Microsoft Excel. We'll be looking at the uses of Microsoft Excel. We'll be looking at the importance of Excel. Then I'll try and see how I can compare Excel with what's it called, with Google Sheet, because they are very closely related. And a lot of time, in my own opinion anyways, in my opinion, I strongly believe that if you know Excel, you know Google Sheet. If you know Google Sheet, you know Excel. It's not always true, but if you are the one that is very observant, you realize that once you can use your Excel comfortably, you can also use your Google Sheet comfortably, even though the interface may be a little bit different. But then it doesn't mean you will not be able to find your way out, as someone who can easily say, okay, it's like A and A looks alike. So I strongly believe, that's my personal opinion. Some people may differ about that. Thank you, Mr. Solomon, for supporting me on that. So I'll just have a bit of comparison there. Then after that, we'll just open a blank document and we'll start seeing the different features of Excel and how we can roll around it. Then I'll mention some of the things we can use this Excel sheet for. So quick one, I'm opening Excel now. So let me share my entire screen quickly. So like I said, I don't want to be reading notes or telling us story. We just, so this is my um okay, confirm that you can see my screen as as we used to do. Okay, all right, thank you very much, thank you very much. So this is my screen. So I don't have the Excel shortcut here on my screen here, so let me just type it in my search here. So I have Excel here. So take note, your Excel may be different from mine, but that will not be a problem. There's Mr. Solomon as will sort that for us. He will sort that for us, and I'm going to introduce him. He will come on later to tell us how he's going to solve that problem for us, even though it will come at a cost. But I've spoken with him, it's not going to be a very big cost compared to what you get outside. So what I'm using is I have Microsoft 2023. A lot of you may have to 2013, some of you may have 2016, some of you may have 2019. So there are differences, actually there are different. You know, this is the world of IT, is about upgrading. So if you have not upgraded to the latest version, you may not be able to get some features, and that is why it is very important. But like I said, Mr. Solomon we can do it on over the online for us, but it will come at a token. So let's have that at back of our mind. But if you think you have somebody who understand computer, or if so, or some of these computer guys in maybe Banex or Computer Village or Computer Hub of whatever state you are, you can visit them. They can help you. And some of your system may have may come with the latest version of the software, so it's fair enough. So I am opening my own. I have 13, but I don't use it anymore. I have to go and remove it. It's consuming space, so I'll find you of removing it now. But then let me open my um, Excel sheets. So loading. Okay, I think I have one I've opened before. I want to open a new. Okay, this is a new one now. So this is a new Excel sheet. For some of you, if you open your own Excel sheet, it may not come this way. It can come maybe something like this, showing blank workbook, welcome to Excel, and things like that. But because me, I am a regular Excel user. In fact, these days I don't even use Microsoft Word like that anymore. I use more of Excel sheets for so many things. So many things. I hardly use Microsoft Word these days. So you, that is just it. You get to that point that you just be like, oh, what's the point of using micro? You anything you want to do, you use Excel for it. You get to that point once you are okay or comfortable with spreadsheet, and you will love it because it's very fine, it's beautiful. You can convert it to PDF and whatever document you want to convert it to as soon as you are done with whatever you want to do. So this is the blank sheet. So sorry, this is the opening page now. Now you can open a blank workbook. So like I'll click this one here, blank workbook. And some of you, maybe if you want to get to understand it better, you can look at Excel formula tutorial and different part of the Excel. Then, apart from opening a blank workbook, you can also open templates. Yes, you can open templates. What is there in template? Let's see. So there are different templates here depending on what you want to do. You can see maybe you want to do a seasonal photo calendar, you want to do organization chart, you want to do a personal monthly budget, you want to do 1 year monthly calendar, academic calendar for those of us in school, you want to do monthly company budget for those of us who run company or who are working with NGOs and things like that, household for those of us who are housewife, whenever our husband give us money, we want to do the budget so that you'll be able to have some that you can save out of the money that bros give to us. So you can just arrange them like that, and you can have it that way, premium weekly and things like that. If you can see, in fact, if you're a business owner, you want to create invoice, this is invoice for you. You can see for teachers, you want to do weekly attendance reports. You can see all the everything is here. Sales invoice tracker, loan calculator. If you have a loan giving business, or those of us who are into project management, you can see
Mr.
Gantt chart.
Femi, I cannot see it in my own. Oh.
Hey, please refresh you.
All these things you are saying now, I cannot see it, especially the teacher aspect.
Yeah, sorry, please just refresh. I'll still show them individually. Another thing you can do is if you think you cannot see the screen, leave the meeting then join again. You understand? Leave the meeting then join again.
No, I'm talking of my own Excel. I'm actually opening my own Excel.
Which okay, which year are you using?
2016.
2016. Yes. You remember I said
2016,
you
sir.
may not see all the things that I am seeing because me I'm using upgraded version. So that means before the lesson
Okay.
end, Mr. Solomon will speak with us on how we can go about that and the cost. So we can reach
O-
you can reach
Okay.
out to me. I'll reach out to him so that
Okay, sir.
I'll just everything
Okay,
will
sir.
just be on me. Do you understand now?
Okay,
So
sir. No worry.
just be following my own version quietly. So you can see so many things that you can do. And even if peradventure all the things what you are looking for is not here, you can still search for templates online. Can search for templates online. If everything you need is not here, you can search for okay, let me see all the things I've been looking at here. There is nothing about health. So I can just come here and search for um health information system. I'll just search online and see if it's going to bring it for me. I'm sorry, my 5G network is messing up tonight, so I'm just managing the one I have here. So health information system. Okay, you can't find anything. So let me try health information. Let me see this one. Okay, see, it's able to bring one for me. Family health record. So I can put it, I can change it as and put hospital hospital record. Let me see what it's going to come up with. Okay, can't find something like that. So depend whatever if okay, let me just write health records again. Let me see what it's going to bring again. Okay, see, he's able to bring my family health record, he's able to bring fitness plan, he's able to bring diet and exercise journal. So you can be tracking whatever you are doing with data here, and you'll be able to make informed decision about some of the steps you are taking, your progress, how things are working out, and stuffs like that. So this is a blank workbook. So I have opened a blank workbook now. So this is how the Excel um, interface looks like. So if you open a blank workbook, this is what you are going to get. So we are going to look at the different departments here in a little while. So before we delve into that, I would like us to do a little um, comparison or look at some uses of Microsoft Excel. And I have been able to um, do a little bit of something on the use of Microsoft Excel here. So now I'm certain that we are still seeing my screen very well, right? So let me just continue. So these are some of the use of Microsoft Excel. I categorize the profession and things you can use them for, even in the profession. Please, this what I'm using, what I've listed here is limited. There are thousands of things you can actually use Excel for in whatever it is. Now, profession, if you're an educator or you're a teacher, you can use your Excel to do your grade book management. I know some schools that it is Excel they use as their information system management. Just Excel. They use Excel to design their report card. They use Excel to manage their attendance. They use Excel to manage and do a whole lot of things. If you can be that good, and as an educator you'll be using it for every of your thing. You can use Excel for attendance tracking. You can use Excel for lesson planning. You can use Excel for assignment tracking, data analysis, progress reports, classroom budgeting, sitting charts. You can even create a sitting chart using this Excel. You can use it for schedule management, visual aids. So you can see that in fact some people are using Excel for graphic design. Yes, you can even use Excel to do some funny graphic design. It's really that that's interesting. So as a teacher, these are little out of many things you can use Excel for. Now, if you're a school leader, like you're a management team in the school, you can use Excel for school budgeting. You can use Excel for staff scheduling. Maybe you want to do rota for what's it called? What they used to call duty rota. You want to do different kind of rota. You can use Excel for it. You can do performance tracking. You want to check teachers' performance. Maybe for those of us who understand how they do the teachers' like appraiser, yes, you can use Excel to do appraisal, enrollment data, how staffs are coming in. You can use Excel to take the record, event planning, resource allocation, policy data analysis, survey analysis, infrastructure maintenance, and risk assessment. Yes, you can use Excel for all these things. Now, as a student or a researcher, you can use Excel for data analysis, assignment organization, study scheduling, research budgeting, survey, data visualization. Can even use to track your literature review when you are doing your project, or you do track your progress, do timetable, group work management. Those in corporate world, you can use Excel for budgeting, project management. That's especially the area of Gantt chart and Agile. You can use Excel to collaborate even at workplace. You can use Excel for data entry and analysis. You can use Excel for payroll management. Those of us in NGOs too, these are some of the things you can use Excel for financial modeling. Can use Excel to monitor key performance index in this workplace. like your KPI. So you can see that Excel is actually resourceful and very, 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 very wonderful. Oh God. So Excel is a my God, this my sorry. This is I'll face this challenge tonight because my router is malfunctioning, so I have to be using my phone and call will be coming in and that will be interrupting my presentation. So please just kindly bear with me tonight. Kindly bear with me, please. Kindly bear with me. Okay, hope I'm audible now. Sorry for the interruption. Please let me know if I'm audible now. Please let me know if I'm audible now. Hello. Hello everyone.
Yes, you are. You are.
Okay, okay, thank you very much.
Yes, sir.
Okay, thank you very much. So let's move on. Okay, this person will not stop calling me and I've been cutting the line. Send message, please. So let's move on. Um, where was I? Okay, this router has dealt with me tonight. Okay, I was here. Okay. Even religious leaders can also use Excel to do so many things: donation tracking, membership management, event planning, volunteer coordination, budget management, outreach program, and so on. Then researchers can use Excel for data cleaning, statistical analysis, and so on. Healthcare professionals, you can use Excel for so many things. Some of us who are in this field understand exactly what I'm talking about. And if you have this, if you know how to use Excel to do some of these things, you have a very large edge. In this age, I'm surprised when I see people carrying books up and down, records, book records, and things like that. I feel uncomfortable because nowadays you're meant to even go to work freestyling. If you have your system at your workplace and at home, and you have good internet, everything will be in the cloud. You get to work, you continue your work, you get at home. If you need to touch anything in the office, you also touch it. So we need to also be thinking in that light because that is where the world is going to now. The world is going paperless, and it is those who can quickly align to going to where the world is going to that will have edge over all these things we're talking about. So that is that about how or some of the things we can use Excel for. And Excel is actually an important tool. It can easily be used for visualization and graphic illustration while writing reports. You can use Excel to do calculations which are error free. If you do calculation in Excel, you can look away, not you don't have to check if whether your 2 times 2 is going to be correct or not, except you imputed the wrong data. So you can use Excel. Excel can even give you endless amount of area of data recording, and that's why it is called spreadsheet. So you can put in as many records as possible. You can store information in Excel, put it in your OneDrive. That's a type of Google Drive for Microsoft. So you can use Excel to make simple organization and access information. Then, if you are using Excel, anytime you need your information, a little search, you can easily get or bring up the information you are looking for. And without tension, you can do data analysis even using Excel, even though it can do more than that. But data analysis is also part of what Excel can do. So, generally, that is how Excel is. So, let's quickly look at um, the difference between Excel and what's it called? Google Sheets. So I just copy this without doing what? Without formatting it. So this I copy this without formatting. Sorry about that. So Microsoft Excel and Google Sheets. First one is accessibility. Microsoft Excel requires installation on your system, just like a lot of you have it on your system, and it can also be used through Microsoft 365 Online. If you have enough funds to do that, you can also subscribe for Microsoft 365 Online if you have enough funds to do that. But Google Sheet is cloud based. You can only access Google Sheet through the internet. So if you have this, if your device is not connected online, you can't use Google Sheet, and that is one difference. Then for collaboration, Microsoft Excel has limited real-time collaboration, except you are using Microsoft 365, which you need to purchase. Then, but for Google Sheet is real-time collaboration. A lot of people can be inputting data at once in Google Sheet. That is real-time collaboration. Then, in terms of storage, files can be saved on your system for Microsoft Excel, or you can save it in OneDrive. That's the cloud. But for Google Sheet, files are automatically saved in your Google Drive. So then, in terms of cost, Microsoft is paid, and yes, Microsoft is paid. Google Sheets is the basic, um, basic. There's a free basic use, and there are also premium features that are available in Google Workspace. Then advanced feature, Microsoft Excel offers extensive data analysis tool like VBA macros, Power Query, and Power Pivot. These are advanced data analytics tool. For those of us who will be moving to the next stage, these are the things we are going to talk about subsequently. Then Google Sheets is limited in advanced tools and lack VBA, but supports app script for automation. VBA is just like is related to coding, like coding your Excel to give you to do things for you automatically. So that is how it is. So then file size, Microsoft Excel can handle large data sets, while Google Sheets is kind of limited. So performance, Microsoft Excel can handle complex computation and large files efficiently. Google Sheets may lag. It may lag with large file or complex formula. So if you are using Microsoft Excel, at a click, a lot of things will go, but Google Sheets can just, especially when there is bad network, if the network is not very strong, Google Sheet can lag seriously. Then add-ons and plugin. You can add-ons is just like external features. Yes, external features for Microsoft Excel, there are a lot of external features that I can bring in. I can integrate advanced feature, but for Google Sheet, there is limitation. There's limitation. Then for offline use, Microsoft Excel is fully functional offline, but Google Sheets is limited offline because you have to be what? You have to always be online to use Google Sheets. Even if you enable offline mode, it is not really very easy like that. Then formula and function, Microsoft Excel offer more advanced and complex formula option, while Google Sheets out or just give us free advanced formula option. But Google Sheets is sufficient for general use, like basic general use. But Microsoft Excel can give you much more things. Then integration, seamless for Microsoft Excel. It has seamless integration with other Microsoft Office tools like Word, PowerPoint, Power BI, and so on and so forth. While Google Sheets can also be integrated with Google Workspace app like Google Docs, Google Slides, Google Form, and so on and so forth like that. Then chat and visualization, of course, Microsoft Excel give you more advanced and customizable chatting tools, while Google Sheets give just the basic chatting features that you can use for simple visual. In terms of security, um, the enterprise grade, like the one you buy, has security features like the Microsoft 365 has a strong security features. But Google Sheets sharing permission is less secure, like because a lot of at times even in Google Sheets anybody can access it if you did not lock it. So if you forget to lock or if you forget to disallow the sharing permission, anybody can just access it from anywhere by just clicking on the link. So for automation, VBA scripts, just like I said, automation in the sense that you want the system to be doing things for you easily, not repeating some manual things. You can use script, just the same thing as just coding. Um, Google Sheet also has that, but very lightweight, unlike Microsoft Excel. Template for Microsoft Excel, I just show some templates. They are light libraries. In fact, people can even create templates, upload it online for people to use. But for Google Sheet is limited. Ease of use, it is assumed that Google Sheet is simpler because it has a very simple interface. However, if you want to really go advanced, you really need to use Microsoft Excel. Updates, Microsoft Excel require manual updates. Like you have to be updating manually, except if you are using the 365, which is online version. But Google Sheets is auto update. Once you are online, it updates itself. Then for custom formatting, Microsoft Excel has large feature of custom formatting, while Google Sheets is limited. In terms of sharing, you can share both. Easy share. You can share Excel through OneDrive, and you can share Google Sheets using the sharing links or Google Drive, or you can just do email attachments and so on and so forth like that. So basically, those are the simple relationship or differences between Google Sheets and Google Doc. So now let's go back to our blank sheets that I was talking about the other time. So let's just quickly get started and look at the different interface. So now that I've opened the blank sheets, now there are a lot of things that are just basic. They are just basic for applying the different documents that we use. For example, now if you want to save this whatever you are doing, you just go to your file, you click your save as, or you just press Ctrl S and save to any point. That's Those ones are basic. How you want to open an existing file, you just click your file tool, you come to the recent, the ones you have, the what, like me now, these are things I have done recently, so I can just open that and click. So that is, those ones are just basic and general thing. Now let's look at the interface. So you can see here we have the my own is, like I said, mine interface may be different from yours because of the current because of the different upgrade that we are doing. So now this is our this is the Microsoft ribbon here. These are all these places that my mouse is the uh, Microsoft ribbon. This place where we have this FX is the formula bar, where you can impute your formula. That's the formula bar. Then we have our the different areas here. The quick access toolbar, where you can access some of the tools quickly. You have the file, the home, the insert. You can see under the home you have the clipboard. All these ones are things we'll be looking at one after the other to see how they function. We have the clipboard, we have the cut, we have copy picture. Then this is a tool, format painter. If you are doing any work on Excel and you want, maybe you want you have formatted something and you want to use that same format for another thing, you can just click this and it will give you that same format. I'm going to explore how to use all those ones. Then you have your fonts, where you can change fonts. You have where you can make your font bold, italics, underline. Then this is where you can, your bottom, your border, there are different borders here. You can make your border thick and things like that. Then you have your increasing size. So all these ones are basic things for those of us who are used to Microsoft Word. These are the basic parts in the Microsoft Word. You can see this is where you can align the text. You can just align different text. You can match cell. All these things we are going to practice one after the other, but I just have to show us you can text wrap. You can this number. You can change the number format for the different one. We are just like in SPSS, where you are talking about numbers, script, date, year, and things like that. You can do all those ones here. These are conditional formatting, formatting your table, and all these are. Then if you go to insert, you can insert the different things here. You can insert pivot table or pivot table. You can insert table. You can insert illustration, shapes, pictures, icons, 3D models, charts, and things like that. So then you have the draw, can draw different things here. Some of you may not have this, so please just don't worry. Just don't worry. We're going to get to that point. Then page layout, you can arrange how your page you want your pages to be. Then formulas, these are the places where you can impute the formula. And some of us, if you know the formula by heart, you can just insert the formulas here. Then this is where you can check through your different data. Maybe you want to get data from different sources, you can do that here. Then review, view, developer, this is an advanced option where you can bring in or external tool, you can import tools, or you can check for a tool that is in the system but is not showing. You can check for them. Then you have help, then you have power pivot. For those of us who will be going advanced, these are some of the features that we'll be looking at subsequently. So now, I want to, you see this place that I just clicked now here? You see where you have it, that place is called the name box. So that's the name box. And how do we, how is the name about? For example, now look at this place that I just click. If I click, okay, let me quickly say this too. Anywhere I click in all this space is called an active cell. So the whole of this place is a sheet. The whole of this file, like everything about this document I've opened, is called a workbook. And each workbook has, you can have plenty sheets in each workbook. So this is a sheet. I can add more sheets here. You can see I've labeled this sheet 1. Can you see the labeling sheet 1 here? Then I can click this plus sign to add more sheets. I can click this plus sign to add more sheets. So you can add as many sheets as possible. Maybe you want to take your sales record every month. You can just start here by calling this one sales record for um, January sales. Then you come here and call this one February sales. February sale, and on like that. You can continue to have up to um up to December. Even if you want to do weekly or daily, yes, you can have as many as possible. And if you want to do your calculation, you can still link all these sheets together to do your calculation. Yes, it's as easy as that. Then this is the number row. Yeah, we have the number row here. This is the number row number 1. Can go as long as possible as you want. It's so is not let me not say it is endless. It's almost endless. So this is the number row. Why this is the columns, the rows are in number. This is row 1, row 2, row 3, row 4, row 5, row 6. Why the columns are alphabetical? Column 1, column 2, sorry, column A, column B, column C, column D, column. Then if you continue like that, when you get to Z, then you continue with A B, A C, and on like that. I won't say it's also endless, but it's actually so much. So basically, these are it. So if I click this active cell now, how is it named? You see, it will first tell me the column it belongs to. Is in column B or column B. Then it will also now tell me the row it belongs to. It is in row 4. So this active sheet is B4, indicating column B, row 4. And that's why in the name box here, it is referred to as B4. And as you get advanced, you can rename it as you want. You can be renaming it as you go advanced. But let's just maintain it at this point to avoid confusion. So you can see, if I click another point here, this is row E and column 6, that's E6. So that is the name of that particular um, um, cell, that active cell, as the case may be. So now, let's talk about, okay, I've talked about the different tabs and the likes that are up here. The ribbon, I've talked about the ribbon. The whole of this part is referred to as the ribbon. Um, these are the tab, the file tab, the home tab, the insert tab, the draw tab, page layout tab, formula tab, data tab. So I've talked about all these ones already. Then what else do I need to cover? The groups. In the tabs, there are groups. So in this home tab, we have the clipboard group, we have the font group, we have the alignment group, the number group, the style group. So that is that about it. If you click on charts, there are groups too. Okay. Okay, this is okay. Okay, insert. This is insert. We have the chart group, the thoughts group, spark lines, and on like that. Then I've talked about the formula bar too. So I have also talked about the formula bar previously. Then what else do I need to talk about? The spreadsheet. Yes, the whole of this place, the whole of this space is the what? The spreadsheet. So I think we have mentioned that too. Then I've also talked about rows. This is a row and this is a column. So if I click an active sheet, it will tell me the column and the row. So B2, that's how it's going to name it. Then I've talked about the cell in Excel. Then range. Okay, that's a very good one. So if I click this, okay, look at this now. From this point to this point, that's a range. From C3 to this place is I13, that's a range. So once you select a particular area in the sheet, what you have done is a range. By the time we start to apply our formula, we'll have more understanding of what this range actually is talking about. And I've talked about the different sheets labeling that I can increase the sheet, as the whole of this is the workbook. So let's quickly let me confirm that we are following me. So please just give me a wave of hand or a thumbs up so that we are sure that we are together in this class. Okay, thank you very much. Thank you very much for that. I appreciate for that. So let's quickly start the practical. You can, if you want to start doing or checking out some of these things I'm doing, can also be checking out with me. Please, I'm really sorry if I am breaking. I don't know why it is tonight that I am receiving plenty call. On a normal day, I won't receive plenty call if I'm using my, what's it called? I'll attend to you now, King of Fame. If I'm using my um router, I won't get plenty call. Today that I'm using my phone, calls are not coming in anyhow. Okay, so King of Fame, you can speak out quickly. King of Fame, I said you can speak out.
Okay, sir. Sorry, sir. Sir, in order to like follow up with the latest Excel, sir, is it possible for me to use the Excel on the OneDrive?
Yes,
Because
you
that's the
can.
one I used. Excel,
Yes.
like the on.
Y- y- Yes, you can. Yes, you can. So please, can you just give me 1 minute? Let me see if my router can actually work for me. I don't know why a lot of calls are just coming in for me this evening. That's on a normal day I won't get calls. Let me try and see if my router will work quickly. Hello, please confirm if I'm audible with right now. Okay, thank you. I think I am hoping that I hope not to get a break again. It's like the router is back. Thank you very much for that. So yes, if you can use your Microsoft 365 like the one in the OneDrive, please you can use it, and let's just um move along in the course of the lesson. So the next thing we want to do, we want to see how we want to look at imputing, editing, and formatting. So that one what we want to look at now. Imputing, editing, and formatting. So you can impute any form of data that you want to do. Like, so what I want you to see, I want you to be seeing this Excel as a normal Microsoft Word document with plenty lines. For example, now you can decide if you want to remove all these lines, although the cells will still be active. Like, because of the nature of some of the things I do, I always go to view. I'll remove all the grid lines because of the nature of some of the things I do. I'll just remove all the grid line. You can see that all the lines are gone, and I can be seeing my Excel sheet as something that is plain. I am doing this because of the nature of the work I do. If the nature of the work you do does not warrant this, you don't have to do this. So you can come back and put the grid lines back, and you can continue your work. So today I'm not going to use something education. I'll use something about business. So let's see. Let's use monthly sales. So you can come here and start to put your month. I can put your sales. That's Then to put the month, you can say January. So that's the month, January. So what what we're doing now is not I'm not doing something like chronologically. I'm not teaching you I'm just, I want us to look at it randomly. Then at the end of the day, we'll now make it look um chronological, in the sense that I just want you to get used to it quickly as possible so that you can start to use it as many times as much as you want to use it. So now Excel is very smart. Excel is very, very smart. You just need to give it the prompt, or you need to activate its smartness. For example, now that I have added um month sales and January, if I put February here, Excel is already knowing that the next thing is going to be what? Is going to be March. So in order for me to activate its smartness, there is a part here. If I, you can see this is an active cell, and because I've written something, it has a box, a small tiny box here. Let me increase my, let me zoom in, let me increase. Good. Can you see now? I hope it's bigger now. You can see this small tiny box here. If I drag this small tiny box down, hmm, I'll remember the name in a moment. If I drag it down now, it will just help me fill it up to the next month. So look at it, February now. If I drag it down now, you can see it brought March. If I take it up to 13th, you see, it has taken me up to December. Excel is smart. It can help you think in that line. Okay? So you need to just do what? Activate its smartness. That's all you need to do. Okay, thank you. Autofill. Yes, that's the autofill option. So it can just help you activate its smartness. That's it. So the same thing, if you put 1 year and you put 2 year, if you continue to it can help you think and help you make it to continue to read on and on and on like that. So you must be working smart. Like I used to say, I've said it over and over. There are always many ways you can do some task online, or when it comes to tech, there are many ways you can do a lot of tasks, but find the simplest. That is my own way of doing things. I can do something now in Excel, and somebody will do it in a different way. Another person will do it in a different way. If I realize that the way this person did it is simpler than the way I'm doing my own, I'll quickly adopt that person's method, because it's about who did it fast. Although accuracy is key, but then because it's a computer, is already designed to give you accurate calculation. So how to use this faster is now the advantage for you. So that is the sales. So let me look at let me say I have in January I sold, let me say one, this is 1 2 3. Okay, I sold, I think, 1 million naira. Then in February, let's say I sold 20 million naira. Okay, these are some of the editing tools we'll consider later. I can see now I'm putting comma by myself. I can actually just write it generally and ask it to actually and it will help me to sort it out with the commas later. Let me leave it this way. When we get to editing, we'll see how we can sort that. So now you can continue to enter the data by yourself. So you can make this part your headings. This month you can make it your headings. Click, then drag your mouse here, then you can come to your home tab, then you make it bold. You can change your font, maybe whatever font you feel comfortable with. um, when it comes to design, I know many people here are gurus in design. I know a lot of you are very good with design, especially our female folks. You can be very good with color, although some male could be better. But then if you are good at design, it can also go a long way to help your presentation as a data analyst. You see, one thing I've discovered about this tech industry is you must know a little of everything. That's what me I've discovered. Like, you'll be wondering, data analyst, what do I need graphic design for? Please, you need to know graphic design. That's the truth. You actually need to understand graphics. You need to understand colors. Is it not number I'm dealing with? What do I have to do with color? Yes, you need to understand colors, because when you do this, it gives you an edge over someone who just know number and do not understand color. Even me as a person, I'm still working on my colors, because I am very deficient in that area. but every day I keep improving because I practice it every now and then. So if you know this graphic design before now, that means you have an edge by coming to learn data analysis. You have an edge by in using your data to tell stories, and that's when dashboard and chart will come in, and pivot table as some people may call it. So please don't then, even you get to a particular stage, you need to know cybersecurity as someone in tech. You need to know cloud computing. All these things are somehow interwoven, that you can be specialist in one area, but you know a little of everything. You must know a little of everything in this tech world. Very, very important. So let's keep moving on because our time is far spent. So now, what else do I need to show here? So I've made the text bold. You can fill more. Maybe I have the months, I have the sales. I can also come here to put expenses. Good. Expenses. So now look at it now. I have formatted this place and this place as the same, and I need to format this place as the same. So instead of me coming to go and look for how to change the font, how to bold it, I'll just click here, come here to this format painter, click the format painter, and I'll drop it here. It will turn exactly how this one is. So if you have a format and you want another thing to look exactly like that, you can use this format painter. So once I click this place and I click this format painter, any cell I click will look like the previous cell. Like I can drag as many as possible. I can drag it like this, and it will give me everything as it was there. As you can see what I just did now. So let me just undo, because I just want to use that to give us an explanation or an understanding of what we are doing. Okay, let's look at another thing. Let's say as you are trying to label, you discover that you omitted a column. I need to insert the column in the middle of maybe month and sales. So all you need to do is just come here, sales, just click your insert. You can see I can now insert whatever I want to insert. So I can press my Ctrl Z to undo. You can also insert in the rows too. Maybe you want to insert, maybe you forgot to put February. I need to in between January and March, I need to input February. Just come here, right click, then you click your what, insert. Click your insert. Like I said, there are also many other ways of doing it. You can come here, click this place, come to insert. I don't know if we have it here. Okay, insert. Okay, table, no, it's not available. Okay, I don't think it's what I'm trying to do is not, I'm not getting it here. I'm not getting what I'm trying to do here, but no problem. Just come here, right click, click insert, then you can insert whatever you want to insert anywhere. So that is that about inserting your column or row. So you can edit your data after inputting data. Maybe you need to change some things. Maybe there was spelling correction and things like that. You can double click in the row here, sorry, in the cell, and do your editing, or you come here, click here, and come to the formula bar and do your editing here. So anyone you want to do is anyone that is comfortable for you, you can always do it. Now you can also format your cell and data to suit your need. And what do I mean by that? You can decide to say that, let me reduce this page size quickly, page layout. Okay, I think it's under view 100. Okay, now maybe you have your sales here. You want it to be in the middle, like you don't want to be at the edge. Like that is how me I always like it. I'll just come here, I'll copy it here, I'll right click and do my copy and bring it to the middle. I'll right click, I'll do space special, I'll paste values only. I'll just paste values only. So after pasting the value, I can maybe remove this here, or you can also paste the format. Let's see how what we are going to get if we paste the format. Copy, let's paste the format. So what you need to be doing now is just interacting with all these things. Let's see the one that paste format. You can see paste format. Now, if you look at this place now, you can see this is hash hash hash, showing that the space is not enough. So if you need this to get the balance space, you can do it two ways. You can come here, put your cursor here, it's going to give you a plus sign, then you drag it straight. You can see it's now balanced. Or you come here, put your cursor here, it bring the plus sign, then you double click, double tap, one, two, and to balance up, it will fit in. Then you come here to, you can see this expenses is not fitting in. You come here, it fits in. You can come here to click it and it's going to fit in. So those are some of the things you can do to suit how you want your text or data to be. Okay, I've talked about the autofill. I've already used the autofill function, and this autofill you need to is actually a very useful tool in Excel. It reduces your stress of putting filling over and over. So instead of manually entering data into worksheet, you may use an Excel function that is autofill. This automatically fills cells with data when it follows a what? When it follow a linear trend or pattern. So Excel is very smart. As you are entering your data, it will be connecting the dots. It will be connecting the dots and be checking, okay, what trend is it? Is there a pattern? And once you are able to get the connection, once it's able to get the connection, once you click your autofill, immediately it will just help you to fill up anything. So when you want to enter lot of repetition data in Excel, like date, month of the year, days of the week, and so on, it can, the autofill handle can go a long way to help you to fill all those things at once. So when using the autofill, it is critical to pick all cells that create the pattern so that it can best understand what the pattern is. So Excel need to understand the pattern. So as you are using the, if you want to use the autofill, you make sure that you are looking at, okay, let me see, this is what I'm trying to say now. So if you want to use autofill, for example, like I did for this January down to December, you don't expect the autofill to come this way. It's eh, it will not go well. You can see that it's going this way now. Anyways, it's possible. Maybe you want to, it depends on how you want your data to be. Anyways, if you want your data to be head in the row, not in the column form, you can use it that way. So I think that's just is all about you now. Whatever you want is what goes. So now, um what else do I need to say? There are so many things to say that I don't even know where it's okay, very good. Let's say you have entered all your data, like you have plenty data. You have plenty data, and you need to be scrolling from maybe up to down, down to bottom. Okay, let me see. Permit me to open large volume of data now. Let me just open a large volume of data. In a moment, let me stop sharing and open a large volume of data so that I can use it comfortably. I'll open them down. Quick one. Okay. Okay, Excel. Let me check some of the old files that I've used. I need a large volume of data, more workbooks. Um, okay. In a moment, please. Okay, let me see this. Let me check this data. Okay. All right. So let me reshare my screen quickly. So this data I'm using is one of the projects that um, I use for personal training, and I belong to an online data community where we give ourselves, they give us projects every week, and we do it.
Hello, Mr. Femi, please, I want
Yes.
to ask a question.
Okay, ask your question quickly.
Please, as I can see from this Excel now, you can actually save it, right?
Sure, you can save it.
You can save it and retrieve, then get back the information.
Of
But
course.
for the SPSS own, the ones I saved, I don't know. Is it that it must have you have to open it via the SPSS? Because all the ones I save, I can't even find them again. If
You
I open it, will just be telling me, it will be directing me to. what's it called, micro one thing now. When I open there, it won't open.
Okay, let me show you
I
what
don't
is
know.
good. Okay, let me tell you what you're going to do. Are you listening now?
Yes, I'm listening, sir.
Okay, for your sake, let me just open SPSS. I'll show you how you'll be
Okay.
opening it. SPSS. I'll just show you quickly, then we'll go back to what we're doing. Sorry, everybody. I know if maybe some of us are actually facing it, we may not know how to go about it. You sh- So let me just, it's coming up. Let it come up quickly, then I'll just show you how to do that. Okay, let me give you another instance. When you go to that particular file, right click. When you right click, you will see an option that has open with. When you see that option that has open with, select that option with open with. Then to give you list of things you can open with, you can now use SPSS. But if you don't want to use that, first open your SPSS. Once you open the SPSS software, let it come up quickly. I think I've opened so many things and that's why it's slowing down. I'll just show you that. Good. So this is your SPSS. So it's showing me the recent file. I can open it directly from here, the recent file, but I know what you're trying to say. Let me just cancel this. So if you want to do that, you can use this folder. I hope you are seeing the folder.
Yes, sir.
Good. You can use this folder. Then you go to the directory where you have, like you go to where you have that file. You understand what I'm saying now? So when you go to where you have the file, you can now click on the file and click open. Okay, look at this now. Samples data for hypothesis. I'll click on this, then I'll click open. It's going to come up. You can see that it
Okay.
has come up for me. Another thing you can do is you go to file, open, then you come to output. You can open output. So when you click open output, it will also give you a directory. You go to the directory where you have the output, then you open it. So I want you to try this method after this lesson and get back to me if it is successful or not. Is that okay, Miss Favor?
Okay, sir. Yes. Yes. Okay. Thank you, sir.
You're
Thank you very
welcome.
much.
So for Excel, you won't have that problem. It's just straightforward. So this is a data sheet on Nigerian houses. Um, these are houses in different location and their price. So you can see this data I have here now as is about 24,327 data sheet. Now if I want to navigate, if I want to go to, for example, I'm in the bedrooms and I want to go to price, I can just press control, then I'll use my arrow button to go um to the right. Then if I want to go to the last value, I'll press control, use my arrow button down, then I'll go to the last value. You can see that it brought me to the last value straight away. If you want to go back to the first or the topmost, you press control, you click up, then it gets back to that point too. Then if you want to go back to bedroom, you press control, you click left, then it goes back to that point. So that is how you do about it. Then another thing is this: if you want to copy the whole of the what's it called now, the whole of the sheet, you can comfortably use control A. It will copy it will highlight everything. Then you press your control C, it has copied everything. So that is another way you can do it. Now what I was saying the other time, you see some of these spellings are not correct, so you can easily edit them. There are many ways you can edit them. For those of us who are used to Microsoft Word, you may have upper hand in this area. So you can be editing them one by one by coming here, double clicking, and put capital letter B for bedroom, or you come here, double click, or you come to the formula bar and change it to capital letter B for bathroom. You can do it that way. Or you can just select everything here. Then you come to um do I have no do I have that option here? Let me check for the option. Okay, the option seems not to be available here. It seems not to be available here. Where you can just change the to uppercase. You can change everything to uppercase. You can change. Okay, I don't think it's available here. Maybe for my own software, or maybe it's only in Word. So that means you can have to do that one by one. Then come to toilet, you edit your T. Come to parking space, you edit everything. Then if you look at this title here, it is actually detached duplex, but you can only see detached. It is detached duplex, but you can only see detached. If you look at the second one, it is terrace duplexes, but you can only see terrace. So in order for you to be able to, you can, if you want to be seeing everything, you can do it in different ways. You can do text wrapping depending on how you want it to be. I'll show you what text wrapping means in a moment. Or you can just come here and click and double click. When you double click, everything will align such that it will be perfectly aligned, such that the longest length will fit in to the box. So let me just do the double clicking. Double click. You can see that it has perfectly aligned now. If I come here to, I double click, it has also perfectly aligned. So if it is number, if the number is not containing the cell space, it will be showing hash 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 hash. So when you come to the last line or the end of the line, you double click, it's also going to align and everything will balance. So that is how you go about it. But then let me do Control Z. You can also adjust it with your mouse, of course. I will not, that may take a longer time if it's a length of data that you're not sure of. It can take a longer time. The other thing you can do is you can do what we call, if you want it to be spacious or not, you can do what we call text wrapping. So if I close this up here now, you can see that this is detached duplex. I can come here and click this wrap text. So let's see what it's going to do if I click wrap text. You can see the wrap text is able to what, to bring it down a little bit. They can see it, but this one I don't think it will be nice enough. Anyways, it depends on you. Like I will always say, if you see it's nice or you feel it's the best thing you need to do, you can also do it that way. So it all depends on how you want your data to be, and that will determine how you are going to edit it. I don't know, so far so good. Do you have any question? I really want Mr. Solomon to speak, and this is 9:15. Let me see. I'll give us tasks that will really guide us to be able to do a lot of things. We can't do everything at once, like I always say. There are many things we keep doing. So okay, let me quickly do this one before I'll call Mr. Solomon. I'll do sorting and filtering. Sorting and filtering. Then I'm going to call Mr. Solomon to quickly speak. I think with that, that will be good. Let me see the question. I'm seeing some question in the chat box. Let me see. Um, Good. Thank you, Mr. Solomon. The English Premier League is on actually on Excel spreadsheet. Interesting. That's an interesting fact for you to know. Then, okay, please, if you are not seeing my screen, it's probably network. You can just log. You can leave the meeting and join. It is going to. You are going to see the screen. If you leave the meeting and join back, you surely see the screen. I believe so. It's network problem. Any questions so far? Before I do filtering and sorting, hey, there are so many things that I can do. Okay, I'll touch free Spain, free Spain, then I'll call Mr. Solomon to speak. If there are no questions, can we move forward? Mr. Patrick, you want to say something? Mr. Patrick, do you want to say something, or maybe it's just a mistake? Your mic is on.
No, 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 it's a mistake. Sorry, thank you.
All right. Thank you very much. So you can just put it off. So now let's move on quickly. So let me quickly do filtering. Then I'll do free spin. So now maybe I have list of states here and I want to get some data based on state. I can do filtering. For those of us who are already advanced, you can just, once you just format this as a table, once you format this as a table, if I click control A, I, there are so many ways of doing all these things. So many ways. So it's just pick one that is comfortable for you. So I can format as a table. Then if I click any of this space here, okay, good. Now so you can see it has been able to turn it to a table for me. So Excel is actually a very smart tool. It can understand a lot of things. So with this now I can do filtering. For example, now I want to show all the states, only Abuja. I want to show state from Abuja because I'm from Abuja. So I want to see all the state from Abuja. What I'll just do is I'll unselect all, then I'll select Abuja, press OK. You can see now. So it is showing me Abuja, 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 Abuja houses. Let me see if it is only Abuja houses. Control down. So you can see it's showing me only Abuja houses. So it has filtered it for me. So you can come back to my filter. Then I'll unselect all again. Then it's back to how it is. So if I want to select, I know I have Lagos people here so that they will not crucify me. So let me select their own states too. So I'll come here and select, unselect all, then come to L, Lagos. So now we have only Lagos state data here. So you can see. So if you want to search for anything, you can even find and select. Like maybe you are looking for house. Okay, another good one. Maybe in Lagos state you are looking for houses that are only maybe only in Lekki. You can come here and select again. Unselect. Go to Lekki. Where is Lekki? IJKL, Lekki, click OK. You can see it has selected only houses in Lekki again. You can also do that by price. Select only houses in price. Maybe you are looking for a house that is just 4 million naira. That's your budget. You can do that again. So you can do a whole lot of things. And for those of us who just finished XPSS, you can see that is a whole lot kind of easier here. Am I correct? Let me know if I'm correct. I think it's sorting is easier here compared to SPSS in my own opinion right now. Okay, thank you. So they are supporting me already on that. So if it's XPSS now, we have to go and be doing some transform, ladder, and that, and that, and that. So it's a lot easier here. Then you can do a lot of formatting. So what I used to tell people is just know what you need, learn what you need, and apply it. That is Excel for you. It's endless. Some people, that is their whole life is Excel, and they are using it to do what? To cash out. Some people are like that. And Excel has a senior brother, which is Power BI. If you understand this Excel very well, understanding Power BI will be just at your own goal. You can a little push, you just get to understand that one. So that is that about it. Then what else do I say I was going to talk about? Okay, freeze pane. Okay, because I formatted this table now. Maybe as I'm scrolling down now, you can see that the topmost part is no more showing. So I don't know. Okay, because it's already a table, because I've clicked here now, I can see that it is now what? It is bedroom, it is bathroom, it is toilet, it is parking space, title, and things like that. But if it's not in table, maybe the data you have is not a data that can be in table. Let me unselect all this. Let me just bring them back to the normal state. Unselect. Okay, so now let me also clear the what? Let me clear the format. Let me clear the format. Clear all. Control Z. Clear format. Clear format. So now I have cleared the format. I want to remove it as table. Okay, let me in a moment. Okay, I just want to, because I've turned it to table now. That freeze pane may not work in this situation. Okay. Okay, Control Z. I want to remove the table. Okay, I'm coming. In a moment, please. Sort back. No. Format. I I thought now that I have cleared all the formatting, it's supposed to remove the table for me. No, 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 no. Okay, no problem. Since it's not really moving the table for me, let me just do something quickly. Control up. Okay, now, so why? Okay, let me leave it at this point. Okay, I think it's okay this way for me now. So what I want to do is, if I'm scrolling down, I want the title to remain. As I scroll down, I want all the title to remain. So I can do what we call freeze pane. Um, a lot of us will need this a lot because maybe you have a label here, you have a label here, you have another label here, and you want to be scrolling up and down for that label to still remain. So all you need to do is just what come to that should be in view. Yes. Okay, very good. Freeze pane. So you come here, you can freeze the top row. So now this top row is now freeze. If I'm scrolling down now, the top row still remain. Can see the top row still remain as I scroll down. It remain. Then you can also freeze the first column too. Can freeze the first column too. Freeze the first column. So if you are going this way, okay, this is not large enough. Assuming it's a large data, I can scroll along the column and it still remain like that. I can do for both. I'm coming on freeze. Where is it? On freeze pane. So I can also do for both. Just come and click here, then you come to this point, then freeze pane. So you can see the top row and the column are both freeze. So we have gone far today. So please let's just stop at this point today so that the next one we'll do something on graph, and let's agree, should I give us project in bit in Excel, or I should just give us at once? I know a lot of us are very busy because I've not gotten plenty of my assignments. A lot of people have not submitted my assignments. I yet to submit my assignment. So I want to avoid loading us with more of it. So let's agree. Somebody should speak on behalf of the class. Should I give another project immediately, or I should just give a round up project for this Excel so that I'll be able to complete